By now, one thing has become impossible to ignore. Rumors travel at lightning speed. Facts almost always arrive late. And nowhere is that more obvious than in today's celebrity culture. Within hours, a single claim can explode across TikTok, X, Instagram, YouTube, and entertainment blogs. Millions of people begin discussing a story before anyone actually knows what happened. That's exactly what unfolded as online speculation involving Teyana Taylor and Harvey began dominating social media. What started as an alleged nightclub incident quickly became something much bigger. People stopped asking what happened that night. Instead, they started asking why these two women were being linked together at all. And that's when the internet did what it does best. It started building its own version of the story. Almost overnight, fan pages transformed into detective agencies. TikTok creators started building elaborate timelines. Celebrity blogs revisited years of public appearances. Old interviews suddenly carried new meanings. Every photograph, every fashion event, every mutual celebrity friendship, every Instagram interaction, everything was placed under a microscope. Nothing was considered too small. Someone wasn't tagged in a photo? That became a clue. Someone skipped an event? People assumed there had to be a reason. Someone posted a mysterious caption? Thousands immediately believed it was aimed at someone specific. But here's the question very few people stop to ask. Was any of it actually evidence? Or were millions simply connecting dots that may never have been connected in the first place? Because that's how online speculation often works. Once a rumor catches fire, almost anything can be interpreted as confirmation, even when no confirmation actually exists. Perhaps one of the biggest talking points centered around social media activity. Some users claimed that certain posts had disappeared. Others insisted old interactions had been quietly removed. Within minutes, screenshots began circulating everywhere. People immediately started asking questions. Were the posts deleted intentionally? Were they connected to the rumors? Or were they removed for completely unrelated reasons? The truth is, nobody outside the people involved actually knows. And that's an important distinction. Because celebrities delete posts every single day. Sometimes it's for privacy. Sometimes it's because of brand partnerships. Sometimes they simply don't like how their page looks anymore. Sometimes there isn't a deeper reason at all. But once speculation begins, ordinary actions suddenly become extraordinary evidence. And that creates an entirely different narrative. Then came the videos. Hundreds of them. Creators claiming to decode hidden messages, analyzing emojis, breaking down captions word by word, examining body language from months, even years earlier. One creator believed a single heart emoji revealed everything. Another argued that a song lyric was secretly directed at someone. Others insisted every motivational quote carried a hidden meaning. The theories became increasingly detailed, increasingly confident, and increasingly difficult to verify. Because confidence online isn't the same thing as proof. Someone can sound completely certain and still be completely wrong. This raises an interesting question. Why are audiences so willing to believe these stories? Part of the answer lies in the way celebrity culture works. Fans don't just consume entertainment anymore. They participate in it. Social media has blurred the line between audience and investigator. People no longer wait for official statements. They build their own conclusions in real time. Everyone becomes a detective. Everyone becomes an analyst. Everyone becomes a storyteller. And sometimes, the stories become more compelling than reality itself. One reason Harvey frequently finds herself at the center of public conversations is because of the way she responds to rumors. Or perhaps more accurately, the way she usually doesn't. Throughout her career, Lori has maintained a remarkably consistent public image. She rarely responds to online speculation. She doesn't typically post emotional explanations. She avoids lengthy public debates. Instead, her social media continues as if nothing happened. Fashion campaigns, travel photos, business ventures, professional appearances. Life simply moves forward. Supporters view that approach as confidence. Critics see it as avoiding the conversation. Neither interpretation has ever been confirmed. But one thing is undeniable. Her silence often generates as many headlines as a public statement would. Sometimes, saying nothing becomes the loudest response of all. Teyana Taylor presents a very different public image. She's built a reputation around creativity, authenticity, artistic expression. She's known for speaking openly about her work, her experiences, her vision. Because of that openness, many fans naturally assume her social media carries deeper meaning. A motivational quote. Someone assumes it's aimed at another celebrity. A song lyric. People immediately begin identifying possible targets. A vague caption. Entire communities start searching for hidden messages. But context matters. Not every quote is coded communication. Not every lyric is personal. Not every caption begins a feud. Sometimes, words are simply words. And sometimes, a quote is just a quote. Here's where stories like this become fascinating. One anonymous account posts a claim. Another page reposts it. A larger account repeats the same information. A creator makes a reaction video. Another creator references that reaction video. Soon, hundreds of videos exist discussing the story. People begin saying things like, "Everyone knows this happened. Sources already confirmed it." It's obvious. But here's the problem. Repetition isn't verification. Popularity isn't evidence. Virality isn't proof. A rumor repeated 1,000 times remains exactly what it was when it first appeared. A rumor. And by the time verified reporting catches up, millions of people have already made up their minds. This cycle isn't unique. It happens over and over again. One week it's musicians. The next week it's actors. The following week it's athletes. Social media rewards speed, not patience. Being first often attracts more attention than being accurate. Algorithms don't necessarily prioritize confirmation. They prioritize engagement. If people comment, share, debate, watch until the end, the story spreads even further. Whether it's true or not becomes almost secondary. That's one of the defining realities of modern entertainment media. Attention moves faster than verification ever could. Another important factor is the illusion of familiarity. Fans see celebrities constantly. Daily Instagram stories, interviews, magazine covers, award shows, fashion campaigns, podcasts, photo shoots. It creates the feeling that audiences know these public figures personally. But in reality, people are seeing a carefully curated version of someone else's life. The public witnesses premieres, not private conversations. Vacation photos, not everyday disagreements. Professional moments, not everything happening behind closed doors. That gap between public image and private reality leaves enormous room for imagination. And the internet is exceptionally good at filling in blanks. Whether those assumptions are accurate is another question entirely. Perhaps that's why celebrity stories spread so quickly. They're rarely just about the people involved. They're mysteries. Audiences naturally love mysteries. People want answers, hidden motives, unexpected twists, secret meanings. Every unanswered question becomes another puzzle piece waiting to be solved. Every silence feels significant. Every coincidence appears intentional. Every rumor invites another theory. It's storytelling at internet speed. Of course, separating speculation from publicly confirmed information paints a much simpler picture. There has been extensive online discussion involving Teyana Taylor and Harvey. Various claims have circulated across social media regarding an alleged confrontation. However, many of the most dramatic details repeated online have not been independently verified by reliable reporting. That distinction matters. Responsible reporting doesn't simply repeat what's trending. It separates confirmed information from speculation. And sometimes, the most honest answer is admitting what remains unknown. Stories like this also reveal something much bigger than celebrity gossip. They reveal how modern fame has changed. Celebrities no longer manage only their careers. They manage narratives. Every interview becomes analyzed. Every appearance becomes discussed. Every photograph becomes examined. Every friendship becomes questioned. Even silence becomes interpreted. Sometimes public figures control the story. Other times, the internet writes one for them, whether they participate or not. And once that narrative takes hold, changing it becomes incredibly difficult. First impressions spread quickly. Corrections rarely travel as far. A sensational headline can generate millions of views. A later clarification often reaches only a fraction of that audience. That's one reason misinformation can feel so powerful. People remember the first version they hear, even after it's challenged, even after new facts emerge. That's why taking time to separate evidence from assumption matters more than ever. For now, many questions remain unanswered. Did online discussions accurately reflect what happened? Were some details exaggerated as they spread from account to account? Was there context that never reached the public? Or is this ultimately a private matter that may never be fully explained? At this point, only those directly involved know the complete story. Everyone else is working with limited information. And limited information rarely tells the entire truth. Until more verified facts emerge, the most reasonable approach is also the simplest. Treat confirmed reporting as confirmed reporting. Treat speculation as speculation. Avoid confusing the two. Because in today's digital world, attention moves fast. Algorithms move even faster. But facts deserve patience. Sometimes the loudest headline isn't the most accurate one. Sometimes the most viral explanation isn't the correct one. And sometimes, the truth is far less dramatic than the internet imagines. Whether this story eventually fades away, or new verified information changes the conversation entirely, it has already demonstrated something important. Celebrity culture today isn't driven only by celebrities. It's driven by audiences, by algorithms, by creators competing for attention, by millions of people trying to solve a mystery with only fragments of information. That's a powerful combination. And it explains why stories like this spread so quickly. As this conversation continues to evolve, one thing remains certain. Hollywood will continue producing headlines. Social media will continue searching for hidden meanings. Creators will continue connecting dots. Fans will continue debating every new development. And somewhere between speculation and reality, the truth will continue waiting for its turn to be heard. Because rumors may capture attention. But facts are what ultimately stand the test of time.